say cash. With passion, say cash. Okay, wonderful. Let's get started over here. Who was actually here this morning when I spoke? Okay, in regards to my top 10 hit list, okay? I had 10 goals. As you can see over here, I had number 10 over here. Become a rock and roll star, become a millionaire. Number 8, to run with the Bulls in Spain. Number 7, to become a mountain climber, climb the highest mountains in the world. Number 6, to go to the bottom of the ocean and have lunch in the Titanic. Number 5, travel and explore more than 100 countries. Number 4, try beautiful places around the world, exotic places. Number 3, to become an astronaut. And number 2, a space station. And number 1, walk the lunar surface of the moon. As you would have already heard this morning, 8 down, 2 to go. But this particular presentation is all about this. It's all about in regards to becoming a multimillionaire. And I'm going to show you the exact principles that I've used in my life regarding the cash flow generation. Is that okay for everybody? Yes? Now, there's been quite a bit of press in regards to who I am, what I've done, what I've been able to accomplish regarding my investments, but also the way I think in regards to thinking outside the box, in regards to different perspectives and what have you. There's been quite a bit of press, and most of it's actually been in regards to my space mission, in regards to the $30 million cost, in regards to spending a fortnight up on the International Space Station. If you have any questions, please come and see me. Very humble, I'm very down to earth. And look, with your permission, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything for the next 90 minutes. I'm not going to tell you things that you want to hear. I'm going to be absolutely brutally honest with you. Is that okay? With your permission, would you like me to be brutally honest with you? Okay, to demystify immediately in regards to the ultimate way of investing. And let me tell you, it's going to be compelling. I'm going to warn you right now. And my personal guarantee is this. I will guarantee it that what I'm going to say is going to be 90 minutes of the most powerful information. And if it isn't, come and see me. And I doubt there'll be any qualified candidates because I know how valuable this information is. Believe me, it absolutely rocks. And please also note, I have over 23 years of investing experience. I've been investing through 3 different economies in regards to boom and absolute bust and what have you, okay? So why should you be listening to me today? I encourage you to Google my name. I'm very honest, I'm very transparent, my reputation is absolutely sacred to me. So I encourage you, Google my name. Nik, the last name is Halik, H-A-L-I-K. In 2003, now understand this, I'm not an economist, but I believe I know more about the economy than most economists out there in the marketplace. In 2003, and this was recorded live, I was at an event in Cairns, Australia, March 2003, and I called the 2008 global financial crisis 5.5 years prior to the date. 5.5 years prior. In fact, if you were to Google Nik Halik predicted the global financial crisis, there's a number of searches and you can read all about it. And this was 5.5 years prior to 2008. That is the biggest secret. Do the exact polar opposite of what everybody else is doing. Because 95% of the population speculate, they gamble. They're no different than prospectors up out in the riverbeds hoping to strike a rich on gold. I want certainty. Who wants certainty in their lives? Just a show of hands. Who wants absolute certainty? In life, there's 2 things I honestly believe I can't control. Weather and traffic. The educational schooling system was never, ever, ever designed to furnish you in regards to what you seek in your life. The educational schooling system is this. It's simply a factory assembly plant for the sole purpose of producing what? Producing taxpayers. Okay? And a lot of individuals who have financial cancer don't even realize it. So imagine this, okay? You go to school, you're spat out into the workforce, and then with after-tax dollars, you attempt to service your lifestyle. And the biggest problem is this. You've only been programmed to have one single source of income. So understand this, one single source of income, you work one job and repeat it 40 times over. You work hard enough at work so you don't get sacked and the employer's going to pay you just enough so you don't quit. Everything you've heard about the stock market, everything you've heard about the stock market Can I get everybody to raise their finger? Seriously, raise your finger. And delete. Because if it was working and if it worked, you wouldn't be here. Just the last 20 years. 1815, I'll get you to write these dates down. 1815, 1929, 1987, and 2008. The greatest transferable wealth have occurred in those years in particular. Does it look like I'm about to pray? What they do is this: they buy, they hope, and they pray. Now, my question to you is this: where is the money in that? They jump on the bandwagon. Buy, buy, buy! And unfortunately, what do most individuals do? They tend to buy, don't they? Now, what do landlords do? What do landlords do? They buy property to do what? Rent out to whom? Okay, tenants. If you have no idea what the outcome is going to be when you outlay money into the stock market, I'm sorry, you're a gambler. You're speculating. The first thing you're going to understand as a share lord, we know exactly how much money up front day one we make. Say power. Power. Up front day one. Let's go back 150 years ago, okay? Let's go back 150 years ago. You had prospectors in the riverbed. And these prospectors, what do you think they did? They were up to the knees in mud with the hope of what? Striking it rich. Now, 150 years ago, were there some prospectors who actually discovered gold? Perhaps. But would you say the vast majority lost out? Is that fair to say? My question to you is this: who were the smart ones on the gold fields 150 years ago? Who were the smart ones? I'll tell you who they were. The individuals selling the pans, selling the picks, and selling the shovels. Just like the individuals selling the pans and the picks and the shovels 150 years ago, we sell the pans and the picks and the shovels to all the gamblers and the speculators. Why? Because we're the share lords. We are the crown casino of the world's stock market. Up front, day one, we know exactly how much money we receive in our bank accounts. We're not out there prospecting with the hope. That's a crazy way to invest. In fact, I'm going to get you to write this down. An investor is only someone who invests money and knows exactly how much money they're going to generate up front day one. Sell pans during a gold rush. And this gold rush doesn't come every 5 or 10 or 15, 20 years. It's ongoing because there's millions and millions and millions of speculators, and there's only a few of us. In fact, write this down. 95% of individuals are the speculators. 5%, we're the share lords. 95% trade and speculate with the hope, and 5%, we create the marketplace for them. If you're outlaying money and you have no idea what the outcome is going to be, you're a speculator. We're on this side of the fence. And believe me, once you realize the power of this, there's no coming back. They have to physically outlay between 3 to 9% of the value of your share portfolio. And that money is deposited into your account up front day one. Hence, what we do is this: we're creating a marketplace. There is absolute certainty. In fact, there's an entire criteria and formula we use before we even purchase the share. And before we even look at the formula, we ascertain exactly how many speculators and gamblers there are on this side. Then, we look at the rents, the prevailing rents, how much are currently being paid. So before we buy the share, before we even acquire the share, we know exactly how much the rent is going to be. And we do this: we buy and we rent our shares out simultaneously. And you can do this in one transaction. Share lords, historically speaking, you're going to see returns that our members are currently generating. Share lords, what do they generate potentially on a monthly basis? What is it? Between 3 and what? Between 3 and 9%. Awesome, thank you. Some individuals have cash right now. In fact, who has $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 or $5,000 in the bank doing absolutely nothing? We have individuals who have cash and can become share lords automatically over here. They utilize this cash flow over here to purchase a parcel of shares. We have a very, very strict criteria in regards to which shares they purchase. And then they utilize the share lord strategy by renting it out to the prospectors, the gamblers, the speculators over here. We have other individuals who have an existing share portfolio that they've kept vacant. They have an existing share portfolio they've kept vacant. Just in the first 2 months, potentially, you can pay off the entire interest bill and have 10 months free use of the bank's money. Is that awesome? Passion, enthusiasm is contagious. Think about it, right? Think about it. This is monetary arbitrage. The cost of the borrowings over here, 8%, but potentially you're generating between 3 and 9% on a monthly basis. But doing what? Being the casino. And if you're not going to be the casino, somebody else will. You've acquired the money over here, 3 and 9% over here. Could you do what now? Could you buy more property now? Yep. More property means a larger line of credit over here. More shares means more what? More cash. Can you use more cash now to pay off some of the line of credit over here? And what an awesome way to purchase more property. And I'm talking about returns of 3 and 9%. And you've seen nothing yet. I'm going to blow you away with what the members are generating right now.
Discover how to catapult your personal fortune using the most powerful cash flow strategy on the planet. Welcome to ShareLord, one of the most highly respected stock market educations in the world. ShareLord provides a unique opportunity to seriously accelerate your true financial destiny and blueprint. The ShareLord system of wealth generation allows a stock market investor to acquire shares at a wholesale rate, not retail. The ShareLord system gives you the right to create the market as opposed to trading it. With ShareLord, you can rent out your shares to generate a monthly cash flow rental of between 3% to 9% per month. With ShareLord, you can insure your shares using none of your own money. Just like a landlord who rents out property to a tenant, a ShareLord can also rent out their shares to other stock market participants. To use an analogy, on the gold fields where gold was first being prospected, who really made the money? Was it the prospector who was speculating on the riverbed, hoping to strike it rich with the hope of making money, working hours and hours? Or was it the astute individual who sold the pans, picks, and shovels to all the prospectors? Obviously, the individuals selling the pans and shovels created the marketplace for prospectors to speculate, and they got paid every time. In the real world of investing, 95% of speculative investors will trade and gamble on the stock market, and the other 5% of educated investors will create the market. As ShareLords, we generate cash flow upfront to create a marketplace for speculators to trade. The ShareLord system requires no more than 60 minutes per month. It has the potential to be one of the safest, most lucrative cash flow strategies in paying off a home mortgage, dismantling credit card or personal loan debt. With ShareLord, it's as simple as point, click, and profit. ShareLord also works in harmony with property investing because it provides the cash flow fuel source to acquire more properties. The ShareLord stock market strategy incorporates all the features and benefits of a true dream business. No staff or customers, no age requirements, low risk, no physical labor, invest anywhere on the globe, minimal startup capital, and no complex, difficult to understand jargon. Welcome to the most powerful cash flow strategy on the planet.